Hello, my name is Isabella Barbagallo. I'm applying to be a freshman at the University of Rochester in fall of 2018, and this is my answer to the supplemental question and my creative response. So I just wanted to talk to you about myself and the things that I do to make the world ever better, and the fact that I have the power to do things that are needed to be done. So a couple of my main interests. My first is when I was 15, I started my own business. For my business, I create custom Converse and Vans. So white Converse, white Vans, and I draw on them and create custom designs, and I've been doing that for about 3 years now. Another one of my interests is music. I am a singer. I play piano as well as guitar, and I have been into music for as long as I can remember. I've been taking lessons since I was a little kid up to currently. And another one of my interests is a little bit out of the box. It's motorsports. So my family has definitely been into cars for a long time now, as well as go-kart racing. I am a competitive high-speed go-kart racer, and I've been doing that since I was 8. So through these 3 things, I have learned to make the world ever better, as well as apply my talents to service around my local and wider community. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my shoe business that I started. It's called Isabella Design. I ship nationally shoes all over the country, and all of my orders are based off of online, so you can contact me through Instagram, Facebook, or my website, isabellabarbagallo.com. I started my business when I was 15 years old. I had an idea to just draw on a pair of white shoes I had, because I've always been into art and drawing pretty casually, but nothing too serious. And I drew some designs on them, just things that I liked, and then I wore them to school one day and everyone complimented me on them. Everyone loved them, and I eventually posted a picture of them on Facebook, and people commented and said, "Where can I get these? I want to buy some." So it really started from there. So I realized that people had an interest in what I was doing. So I created my own Facebook page, and I just started taking orders right off of social media, and it's really come a long way since then.
If one of your kids started drawing on their clothes, would you tell them to stop? Well, there's a young woman in Fairport who was not told to stop, and here's what happened. An artist's canvas can be just about anything, even sneakers.
I just did a pair for myself, and then other people really enjoyed them, so I started to sell them, and I made a pair for my friend's birthday, and it kind of spread around.
So once my business started to gain popularity, I realized not only was this a great thing for myself and my self-improvement and my business skills, but also I could really make a difference with my business, and I started doing that within my local community. So at school, I go to Our Lady of Mercy School for Young Women right here in Rochester, and I came up with the idea to donate back to the annual gala. So Abby Wambach, she is a graduate of Mercy High School in class of 1998, and so I came up with the idea of creating an Abby Wambach themed pair of shoes, and we eventually got them sent off to Abby to get her to sign them.
When I did these shoes, I decided to incorporate OLM for Mercy, and this is the Sisters of Mercy cross. And then since Abby was class of 98, I wrote that on here.
So I presented those shoes to the school, and the school auctioned them off at their annual gala, and they raised $1,700.
1700. 17 once, 17 twice, sold for $1,700. Great job.
So I created the Abby shoes to give back to my local community on more of a local scale, but I've also done things on a national scale to try to benefit my school. So online, one day I found a contest called Vans Custom Culture. It is through the company Vans. It is a contest in which the art programs from each school get together and design 4 pairs of Vans under 4 different themes. These themes are music, art, action sports, as well as hometown, so Rochester. We created these 4 pairs of shoes, and out of 2,000 entries, we ended up being in the top 50 in the country and the top 10 in our region. The winner of this contest received $10,000 for their school's art program, and my friends and I, we had a part of this contest. Overall, I have done many things on a national and local scale to give back through my community to make the world ever better through my business, Isabella Design, and my skills in art. I would love to expand my business through my college years and beyond, and continue to find outlets where I can give back and donate my talents to the community.
Take me now, baby, here as I am. Hold me close, try and understand. Desire is hunger, is the fire I breathe. Love is a banquet on which we feed.
Because of music, I have learned to give back to my local community as well as my wider community. I have given back at Mercy by playing at their events such as their gala and their alumni events, and it's really taught me how important giving back to my school is. Another event I have performed at to give back is the Fairport Music Festival, which I absolutely love performing at every summer. I've done so for the past 3 to 4 years, I think, and it just is really honestly one of the highlights of my summer, being able to do my favorite thing on stage, as well as knowing that all the money for the tickets for the event are going to the Golisano Children's Hospital. Another big thing in my life for the past 6 years has been I go to the Hockstein School of Music. I'm participating in 2 choirs there, Hockstein Singers and Hockstein Youth Singers. Hockstein is a community school, and it really has its roots in community outreach. Before it was a music school, it was a stop in the Underground Railroad, and it was a big part in the anti-slavery movement, as well as Frederick Douglass's funeral was actually held in the performance hall. In that same performance hall, my ensembles do events, and which are free and open to the public, and we also do other events outside in the city of Rochester, one being at the Sibley Building every winter for a holiday community concert. I have the power to make the world ever better through my talents, and because of my drive and motivation, I have been able to give back to my local and wider community, making the world a better place, as well as empowering my own self to continue on giving through my talents. Another activity I've taken part in is my interest in motorsports as well as me racing go-karts. So at 8 years old, I got my first go-kart, and that summer I began racing it. When I started at my local track, I was really the only girl, let alone the only girl under the age of 11, that was racing. So I was immediately kind of the odd one out, but that didn't really matter to me, and I still, did everything I possibly could to do my best. So now years later, I am still driving, and although I got a different kart from when I was 8, I am still apply the same principles to my sport. So now, it's not a women-dominated field at all, it is mostly male-dominated, and I usually race against men who are twice my age. I've come a long way since I was 8. I've moved from different karts to different classes, faster engines, and now I can be driving in a kart that goes up to 100 miles an hour. And it's really honestly one of my favorite things I do in my life. I've met a great community through it, and it's just such a fun time. So one of the biggest things I learned racing go-karts for almost 10 years is that being a 17-year-old girl racing in a field of adults definitely takes empowerment as well as motivation and some guts too. I started racing because it is one of the only sports where a woman and a man can compete on the same level because of the kart. And the kart is the equalizer. Through my sport, I have learned that being driven and empowered is extremely important, not only on the track but as well off, and neither my age or my gender can determine my ability to succeed. Racing go-karts has sparked my own sense of empowerment, which I will carry throughout college and beyond. Because of my diverse interests and the talents and tools I've developed through high school and before, I'm able to make a difference beyond my immediate community, making my impact on the world in college and beyond. I believe that the University of Rochester is a great fit for me because of its diversity in and outside of the classroom, as well as all of the activities and opportunities that the university has to offer. Because of the many opportunities you do offer, I know I will be able to make the world ever better by expanding the service I have completed throughout my life.